Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. Very good afternoon to you wherever you are on the globe, on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, Australia, or right here in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, you are highly welcome to this very hot Friday afternoon edition. Thank God it's Friday. Yes, your Friday is bubbling. I know you have a lot of plans. You on the continent of Africa especially. When it's Friday like this, a lot takes place. In my country, Ghana, in Nigeria, and most part of Africa, Fridays are good days indeed. I'm excited to be back. Last night, it was Chelsea against Shamrock at the bridge, Stamford Bridge. This time around, when you come to the bridge, know either you're going to collect it, watu. Yes, Shamrock came to the Stamford Bridge last night, and they collected it. One notable player, one player that actually performed. We know about his talent. But as a young chap, 17, 18-year-old, the guy delivered. In the first 45 minutes, scored hat-trick. Ladies and gentlemen, I am starting from Marc Guiu. Yes, I am starting from Marc Guiu. I believe that Barcelona selling Marc Guiu to Chelsea, by now they should be regretting it. I've heard many stories on the reasons being given. Oh yes, Barcelona claim they have not presented to him a new contract early. They've not presented to him a fresh contract on time. When he was, when they needed to give him a new contract, they delayed in presenting the contract. From the Barcelona Academy, he was given a buyout clause of £5 million. And instead of them to renew that and give him a fresh contract, they were delaying that due to the increment of his wages. If they present a new contract, they must increase your wage as well. So Barcelona was delaying that. And Chelsea came calling. Chelsea came calling on a young chap. Dear friends, look. Chelsea came calling. And Chelsea signed Marc Guiu for £5 million. £5 million. It was a real bargain. It was more like a dash. Marc Guiu to Chelsea cost Chelsea last summer for only £5 million. Currently, top scorer at the UEFA Champions League this season. The player Chelsea bought for £5 million is currently the top scorer in UEFA Conference League, UEFA competition. That £5 million, the 18-year-old, yes, now he should be 18 years. The 18-year-old Chelsea bought for £5 million is a top scorer in UEFA competition. Dear friends, this season, you see, Marc Guiu was very cheap for a 17-year-old kid who scored within 27 seconds of his first Barcelona debut. 17-year-old who scored within 27 seconds of his Barcelona debut. Which feels like a good start for his career. Barcelona just let him go. Barca's issue was that they didn't renew his contract quickly enough. They had a £5 million buyout clause in his initial contract that he had coming from the youth team. Dear friends, I'm not sure they knew what they had. I'm not sure Barcelona actually knew what they had. Otherwise, they would have done the right thing earlier on, before Chelsea coming in. But you see, he has delivered for Chelsea, and we are excited about it. We are excited about it. Dear friend, quickly to some other news. It is your lunch hour news Friday afternoon, and I'll not take much time. But quickly, let me start or continue from this end. Maresca, our head coach Enzo Maresca, speaking after the game against Shamrock, he pointed out some players that might be leaving Chelsea in the summer. This January, not even a summer, this January, next month. Many even alluded the fact that the way he spoke, he made mention of Chilwell and Cucu. Marc Guiu, the question was actually posed to him on Marc Guiu specifically. Then he now made mention of Christopher and Cucu and some other players, even at the presser, post-match reaction. Ladies and gentlemen, Maresca admit Ben Chilwell and Chukwuemeka likely wish to leave Chelsea. He admitted that these two, Ben Chilwell and Chukwuemeka, yes, Ben Chilwell we know is not part of Maresca's plans. He has not kicked a ball. I don't remember him kicking a ball this season in Chelsea first team. So I'm not surprised the head coach made it clear that some players that are unhappy because they are not getting playing time might be leaving in this January. Ben Chilwell, I agree, he needs to go. I'll be very sad if his career, and you know, already I am not happy the way he's being treated in Chelsea. Ben Chilwell is one of the English players that is in this Chelsea squad that we value so much. Ben Chilwell, Levi Colwill, who all is his name? Yes, Reece James, Conor Gallagher. These are pure English players that we value so much in Chelsea. Now it looks like the new management are not even watching him. They are not even seeing him at all. He's been sidelined. Even though he's part of the squad, but he's not been even given 5 minutes of playing time. Not to the best of my knowledge. Chukwuemeka, yes, he gave few opportunities. If you went to Kazakhstan last week. But is it enough? The talent, we know the talent of Chukwuemeka is not, Chukwuemeka's talent, all I believe he needs right now is enough playing time. The coach said there are players who didn't play a lot with us, like Ben and Kane, and probably they are the first that want to leave. They work and train every day and want to play games. It is sad. It is sad. They work and train every day, especially Ben Chilwell, who is not even getting any opportunity at all. They work and train every day and want to play games. If they don't, then probably they are thinking about leaving. Of course, they will have to think about leaving. Every player is in a different situation, and we will see if any knock on the door and say they want to leave. If so, we will try to find a solution. Listen, Chelsea, we would be in the bad books to let a player like Ben Chilwell's career to go, to drip low because of us. Ben Chilwell is not a bad player. He's a left back. He might not fit into the system. Then let him go as fast as possible. Or relieve him of his contract. Don't waste his career, man. Don't waste his career. Ladies and gentlemen, the good news for us at this hour or at this moment is that our captain, Reece James, according to Enzo Maresca, according to our head coach, according to our head coach, Maresca, Reece James is back in partial training. I think a few days ago, I pointed it out because I spotted him in training and I pointed it out. Now, our head coach, Maresca, released the news that Reece James is back in partial team training. Reece will finally start with us for part of the session. Part of the session, not full training. Part of the session. Slowly, he will be back. It doesn't mean he's going to be with us on Sunday against Everton or next Sunday. Just today, the plan is for part of the session, he will be with the team. We will build the right conditions for him. And then finally, he can be back with us. So, great news for Chelsea fraternity, Chelsea family. Reece James, our captain, is back on the grass training. But he will not be rushed into the first team. He will not be rushed into games. Yes. Now, thinking about our next game, Enzo Maresca says Chelsea aren't thinking going top on Sunday if we are to beat Everton. According to our head coach, we are not thinking about going to be top of the league table. Oh yes, our game is an early game on Sunday before Liverpool plays. So if Chelsea should win, Chelsea will top the league table for that moment. If Chelsea should beat Everton on Sunday at Goodison Park, Chelsea will be top of the league table, the Premier League table, for that moment. And our head coach is saying, we are not thinking about going top on Sunday. Now, he says we try to focus on the game, not the consequences. That we could be leaders for a few hours. Well, it might not just be a few hours. Liverpool can easily lose their match. And if Liverpool lose their match, or they lost, Chelsea could remain on top of the league table for the week, or until Liverpool recovers. And who knows whether Liverpool recover or not, or they might lose the next game and the next game and Chelsea continue to win or not. He says that we could be leaders for a few hours since the start. I've tried to convince the players just to be focused on the game and game plan, no more than that. I don't think there is pressure about the consequence of the win. First of all, we are going to try and win the game. Liverpool have 2 games in hand after we play. Yes, because last weekend they did not play their game, so they have a game in hand actually. So if Chelsea play, and even Chelsea top the league table, let's just say Liverpool comes up and they lose their game the same Sunday, later in the evening. Let's just say Liverpool loses their game. They still have a game in hand. Ladies and gentlemen, Liverpool will have 2 games in hand after we play. So I don't think beating Everton put pressure on them. That is from our head coach. Ladies and gentlemen, it is about time Chelsea fans, look, we are not in the title race. We are not contending for the title. We are only playing to win our games, one after the other. Do you get it? Yes. Get that into your head. We are not in the title race. We are only playing to win every of our games. It is what it is. Quickly, before I go to the shout out, I have some shout out ready this very hour. Don't go anywhere. Quickly, let me touch on Arsenal. It's been a while I speak on Arsenal. Actually, Arsenal's issue is supposed to be a full episode on its own. But let me just touch on it briefly. I might come your way again with this issue. You see, it's been 5 years since Mikel Arteta took over as an Arsenal head coach. It's been 5 years. Today, let me announce to you, ladies and gentlemen, that since Mikel Arteta took over, they are Champions League club again. Few years back, before Mikel Arteta took over, they were missing out on the Champions League. They've been missing out consecutively. They've been missing out on Champions League, Europa League, and struggling to qualify for Champions League. But for the past 3 seasons or so, if I'm not mistaken, they've been consistent in Champions League. They've challenged for the league the last 2 seasons as well under Mikel Arteta. In fact, last 2 seasons, yes. Then last season, they actually put the blame on the injury situation of Thomas Partey. If my memory serves me right. No, last 2 seasons, they put the blame on Thomas Partey. Last season, then they have to sign Declan Rice. So that what actually took place 2 seasons ago will not happen again to them last season. And in these 2 seasons, Man City snatched the league title just from them within this period. And I keep saying, Arsenal are a club that they start well in every season. But trust me, by the time we are arriving at the festive period, Christmas season, they begin to fall. This time around, we've not even arrived at the Christmas season or the festive period, and we saw them falling gradually. Mikel Arteta began to play the defensive game. Oh yes, it's not easy. Chelsea did it, and we played defensively. We won trophies with that. It's not easy. For those who have been accusing Chelsea that they need to pack the bus, Arsenal started to pack the bus from the past 2 months, yet no result. Arteta was able to sustain or to maintain this club the last 2 seasons. This is the 3rd season in a row in a Champions League position. They challenged for the title for the last 2 seasons, and they are still in the title. Oh yes, they are. Mikel Arteta and Arsenal are still in the title race. They are not yet out. Nobody should write Arsenal out yet. Even though I still believe that they don't have the mojo, the mental capability and ability to win the title. Looking at where Liverpool is right now, and Chelsea's situation, even though we don't want to admit it, trust me, Chelsea are in a better position to win the title than Arsenal. Oh no, I know many of you say Arsenal have a better defense. Yes, but do they have the mentality? You had a better defense. Do they have the mentality? And hey, let me also remind you, they don't have the strikers to get a job done. Take away Gabriel Jesus, who again is as a striker for Arsenal. Saka, right winger. Okay, take away Saka. Even Gabriel Jesus cannot be trusted. Saka, yes. But you look at Chelsea's squad, you can call on all the 5 attackers and they can deliver. Any given day, any given time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back on this. Like I said, Arsenal issue is a long story. Quickly, big shout out to guys before I let you go, before I go finally. Good morning, Salon. I remain Odunayo Oyo from Lagos, Nigeria. On last night's game, I could see that our boys are hungry for goals anytime they are on the pitch. However, our defenders still need to be talked to because of how they switch off in games at times. As for Jackson, Nigerians will criticize him if he's not playing well. For example, some Nigerians descended heavily on Alex Iwobi during the Nations Cup to the extent that he was threatened on social media due to his lackluster performance at the tournament. Chelsea need urgent recruitment in defense and striking position. Your point is well made, my dear friend. Nigerians will always criticize. They will always criticize. And look, the fact remains that even those who are criticizing, give them the same opportunity, they'll mess it up. But it's good we criticize. Yes, big shout out to you, my dear friend, Odunayo Oyo from Lagos, Nigeria. Colin Wisdom from Ghana says, good morning, Mr. Salon. Unbeaten run continues. We don't need to sign a striker. We should rather develop Jackson and Guiu. They are the future. I believe in what you have just said. Big shout out to you, Colin Wisdom from GH Ghana. Big shout out to you. We need to give Jackson and Guiu time to develop to that striker that we want him to be. The next one said, good day, sir. Please, what is the update on Misha? My name is David, aka Chelsea Chief Priest. Chelsea Chief Priest, well, we are waiting for the sample B. Yes, the sample B, the B test result. But right now, it is 90-10. Likely, very likely that our boy, our man, Misha, might be banned. It's very likely, even though he's still saying, and people around him, and the club, Chelsea, are still supporting him. I'll be surprised if the B sample turn out to be different results, because it doesn't usually happen in normal cases. But what? Nothing is impossible. Yes. All right. Frederick Amabe says, I'm still saying that it's a setup to hurt him and the team Chelsea. Thanks, Frederick Amabe from Biafra State, Nigeria. Yeah, it could be. You know, some of these drugs, it could be in their food, in their medication or anything. And the one that is taking care of their, food and medications, they're the ones to be held responsible. But in this case, the law doesn't blame those people. The law blames them. I heard Mikel Obi explain that Sometimes, even during his time, friends of friends can present to you something to tell you, 5%, increment in your energy, 5% of this, 3% of this. Then it is up to the player to ask, is it legal? Is it right? In the future, it's up to you to ask questions. Then you have to be convinced before taking it. Otherwise, walk away. Michael Obi said it, and I believe him. Big shout out to Frederick Amababe and Chelsea Chief Priest. Chief Priest. Big shout out to you guys all. The last two or the last one. Yeah, coming from Camera Kemo. Say Ademola Lookman deserved this award. When you watch his performance with Atlanta and his national team performance, you have no doubt about this award. I wish him the best of luck. Oh yes, African best player. Thank God you reminded me. I didn't talk about him. Ademola Lookman, the African Best Player of the Year award. Listen, forgive me, pardon me. I think a lot was on the menu, but the reality is that Lookman actually deserved it. Looking at where he started from, I remember very well. Was it the Premier League when he was missing penalties? Last 2 seasons ago, his career was almost like, my goodness, don't give up. His story is a story of never to give up. Oh yes. His story is a story of never to give up. Where he came from and what he has achieved in the past year, the past season alone. Come on. Congratulations to you, Ademola Lookman, my brother from another mother in Nigeria. Big shout out to you. Big shout out to Kemo Kamara. Big shout out to you. Big shout out to you from Celerio. Yes. Big shout out to you. This one says, I'm so happy about Joshua Kofi Ampong. New contract with the same from Kemo Kamara. Big shout out to my brother in Celerio. I'll see you guys in the next one, dear friends. I've taken much of your time. It is Friday. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you all in the next one where you see me. Shalom and peace.